Hey people, Inquisitor here, 3v3, Lothaz Cataclysm blue team. The Liarbrain is a Kommando knob infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins in ranged combat with a twin link shooter. Alongside Kereish, I'm gonna say, with an Inquisitor. Offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get specialized ranged weapons. The Death Core of Krieg DLC here. Rounding off the blues is Cold Penguin with a Plague Champion. Starts off with a damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support. Red team, Rogal Dorn with a Hive Tyrant. A durable hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Bring in support and disruption, fighting in melee by default with a basic synapse. I shall call you Ricardo. Alongside DoomTrooper with a Force Commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee, can also tank, disrupt and support. The Imperial Fists elite scheme here. And rounding us off, Alek with a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat, some powerful disruption and support, rocking the same Han elite scheme. Here comes some CSM to start shooting. Are they going to turn and meet them? They are. You have double Guardians here for Alek, the second one trying to join the fight. Little bit of a pathing issue for the Heretics to get around. There's the Doom Blast. There's the Destructor though, and the Heretics are out of there, and that might be sign for Cold Penguin to back away. The Heretics have crumbled. Nothing to stop the Banshees getting onto the Chaos Space Marines with those power melee weapons as a special attack. They're going to drop at least one model here, probably two. Down goes one. Maybe another. Yes, they got another, and now these guys need to run. Banshees haven't dropped a model yet, but they'll probably drop one from the damage of a time bolt gun. Yeah, they dropped one, maybe two. Yeah, they dropped two. Could have been amazing if they got away without dropping a model there, but it wasn't to be. Force Commander's unhappy with this Sentinel. Tactical Marines are tying up those poor guardsmen there, who generally don't want to be in melee with anything, so it's a good way to shut them down. Need to be wary of those stomps though. Here comes one, I think. Oh, just a little bit too late to get those Tactical Marines. Does get the Force Commander. And these guys now turn to engage the Sentinel, popping their Kraken bolts for more damage against heavy infantry armor, which is what the Sentinel uses. I think they should just stayed on the guardsmen there. They're still chasing the Sentinel. They are getting it quite low. Force Commander's giving chase, the bolt pistol doing some work. These tacks are getting very low. Can they get the Sentinel though? Where's the repairs? No repairs. Sentinel gets away with like 6 hit points or something. And the Tactical Marines, are they going to really not drop a model here? Down to 154 hit points, I think. Hammer of the Witches does not go on them. Should have targeted those guys. Would have definitely got a model there. Pretty lucky escape for DoomTrooper. I guess it was a lucky escape for the Sentinel too. Alek with some Rangers up. Guardians getting destroyed though. What were they knocked over by? Oh, grenade launcher barrage from the Heretics. Set up a Guardian kill there. Just chucked in a whole bunch of Boltify afterwards, and it was enough. The tunnel wore up on one of the CSM. I think the Warlock is going to go down and retreat here as well. Maybe. Nope, gets away. Does get away. 442 to 495. Alek has got some more Guardians on the way now to replace the ones they lost. Howling Banshees with Aspect of Strength. Pain Boy is up here for the Liarbrain. This guy has a heal over time ability that can only be used on Orks, and a damage over time melee weapon, going after Ricardo the Hive Tyrant there. Warrior Brooder in with their power melee and their heavy infantry armor, providing a basic synapse of the Hormagaunts too. Hormagaunts getting very low. It's a bunch of Daka. I guess he didn't hit a good stun bomb there, I suppose, or that would have been a really bad engagement for Rogal Dorn. Hormagaunts do get away. They have their adrenal glands. Makes them actually quite frightening in tier 1. Shotgun scouts in play for DoomTrooper. Inquisitor might fall on retreat. She does have the crossbow bolt pistol, but she does fall. Should get revived from there. That's in the middle of the map pretty much. Contested VP in the south is uncapped, while the Chaos player goes looking for some power and stuff. Finds a bunch of grenades and runs away. I guess they got a little bit of bashing done. A little bit of power harass at least. No toxin sacks for the Termagants. The power went straight into the Warrior Brood. And extended Carapace apparently. What have we got on these shooter boys? Big shooters on the way for these fellas. Big shooters already in play for these fellas. And a Knob Leader. Chain Sword and Storm Shield for the Force Commander. Popping that defend, but doesn't help you against melee. Stun Bomb with some friendly fire on the Pain Boy there. Also has Artificer Armor, the Force Commander, so it's pretty tough even at level 1. Because you get that natural 20% range damage reduction from the shield. Which is a pretty big deal. Really helps you out. 416 to 495. Tyranids in the north have found some power, natural power here in the northwest of the blue team. It's got their natural VP back blue, I think. 2 to 1 for red. Tier 2 for Kereish. There's a big charge by Ricardo Hive Tyrant into the back lines. Might go down. Those sluggers are right there. Pain Boy's right there and does go down. Just didn't quite have enough hit points to start that charge. Warrior Brooder in there. Just saw the Git Source heal over time. Standing their ground are the Orks. They do fight toe-to-toe pretty damn well. And able to come out on top there. Again, I don't think we saw a stun bomb usage there from the Liarbrain. Maybe it was used and I missed it. Or maybe it was still on cooldown. Towards the south, Plague Champion levels to 2. Going for his Plague Sword. And has the Mucus Discharge up. There's the Merciless Switchblade of the Warlock. Fantastic tier 1 weapon. Quite expensive at 35 power. But you get so much for your money. Drains energy, can knock back on ranged attacks, and big chunks of damage per swing too. It's like 130 damage per swing, I think. It attacks very slowly. Some fancy special attacks too. Not sure what the Plague Champion's trying to do, trying to get close to those Devastators. Didn't quite work out. Has that Plague Sword. Or the Sword of Undeath, as I like to call it. They should rename it. Ignores melee resistance, which is a pretty big deal. Still down is the Hive Tyrant, the Inquisitor though back to her feet with that crossbow bolt pistol. Players starting to think about their tier 2s. In fact, Cold Penguin is the only player that hasn't started their tier 2 research. Are they going to go and grab that contested wreck point, which is fully matured to plus 15 there. We have 2 fully upgraded shooter boys and that Pain Boy there. Gormagaunt's leading the line, taking a lot of damage, some suppression in there from aiming. What's that? Suppressed a little bit too late, though. They did get in on the shooters. There's a stun bomb, which misses. The Git Source used on the shooter boys. Not sure where the sluggers are. Looks like they are capping a wreck point. They don't have their burners up yet. Kicking off towards the south, is it? A little bit. A little bit of fisticuffs. Warlock is isolating himself to try and get some work done. Maybe should have stayed back, waited for the Marines. Double tax in play now for DoomTrooper. Oh, they lost their scouts along the way. You can see one there. And they did have those shotgunners too. Completely missed that. Devastators are back at base right now. Rangers getting shots in. The Guardsmen got torn apart by the Eldar. Here come Howling Banshees. Took a lot of damage as they closed the distance right at the end there though. They need to be careful with the Plague Champion around. He will cleave through them and create Banshee zombies too. 314 to 495. Manticore on the field for Kereish. And Stormtroopers on the way now. Where is that Manticore? Just coming out of base. Probably will stay around that natural VP kind of area. Force Commander gets the revive on Ricardo, the Hive Tyrant, who immediately does a special attack and runs away. That was quite handy. Here come a bunch more Tyranids. Warriors are quite low, and since they are a Synapse creature, you will get those Synapse backlash bombs when they go down. Well, it looks like they couldn't stick around to fight them. Shooter Boy is out of position there, but they'll be fine. So will the Kommando Knob, and now the Tyranid Blob goes after these contested points here. They want to, looks like they want to bash the power rather than steal it, which is generally what you want to do unless you know you are behind in power significantly and think you can hold on to it for a little while. Don't think the Manticore's fired yet. Weird Boy on the way for the Liarbrain. Eldar onto the natural power of blue towards the southwest here. Bloodletters on the field though for Cold Penguin. There's the teleport. Really bad news for the Devastators. They do so much damage to Marines. Especially Devastators that don't have the full melee resistance. They only have the 20% lesser melee resistance. Is that what they call it? I think that's what it's called in the files. Lesser melee resist maybe. Or something. Mark of Zinc CSM here. No mark for the other fellas yet. They are level 2 though. Maybe we'll see one of each. In fact, it's going to be double Markov's Inch here. Down in the mid is the Inquisitor. Sergeant up for his tax. We might see some Stern Guard then, and a Sacred Standard in for this Force Commander, so he's gone kind of full support mode. It's quite a powerful build for this guy. Constant damage buff around him. 25%, that's pretty damn good. For a constant buff, 25% is pretty nuts. And he gets that defend bonus up now. 50% resistant to ranged fire and suppression immunity. It does slow you down a bit though. They are up against Plasma. Up against those Plasma Guardsmen and Melter Guns as well. Melter Bomb goes in on the Dreadnought. Immediately Emperor's Fists though. And they're going to get a decap on the blue team's VP at least here. Did drop one Marine. But the Force Commander still nice and healthy. Sentinel missiles. Should be using crack maybe against a Dreadnought. Stomps the Force Commander and then takes a Dreadnought hit. There's the Manticore. Got some good hits on the tax. The other fellows turned into Stern Guard veterans. Those guys can change their ammo to combat all targets. You are limited to one. First Company Marines. Looks like they're switching to Vengeance rounds to try and go after the Manticore here. Should be using the Kraken bolts against the Sentinel. Doesn't seem like it's going to matter. Down it goes. Dreadnought is very far forward, but is relatively safe now, I think. Anti-armor Stormtroopers are still reinforcing. And the Inquisitor's still down. She could get her Inferno pistol or something. Doesn't have any scouts though, DoomTrooper, so she could use the Interrogator's armor to infiltrate the Stormtroopers and get them in on the Dreadnought sneakily. Meanwhile, Orks going after. In fact, this power is bashed. It does have the node up though. Git source for the Sluggers. Gets automatically upgraded these days, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. You need to pay for the stronger Git source. The thing he automatically gets is the unstable fuel injection thing. Down goes Ricardo. The Hive Tyrant is level 2. Orks might get flanked here though by the Force Commander and his buddies. These guys using their Dragonfire rounds, which is anti-garrison, anti-cover. Should be using Hellfire against this light infantry Orc stuff. These guys don't want to fight the Dreadnought. What are they doing here? Run away. Gonna get an instant revive here. Is DoomTrooper. More tax joining the fray. Sneaky Stormtroopers getting a Melter Bomb and a couple of Melter Gun shots. Can they pull this off here alone? Getting it pretty damn low, you know. A couple more bursts, but I don't know if they can stick around for that long. They got it so low. Hell Fury dropped in. Global ability of the Inquisitor. Tier 3 for Alek. Tier 3 for Rogal Dorn. Has the Carnifex up, actually. There it is right there. No upgrade yet for this fella. Towards the mid. Surely we're going to get a revive for this Inquisitor now. Here comes the sneaky Commando. Do you have any war gear, bud? No war gear for the Commando, which makes you sad. All of his gear is so fun. Power bashing here from the Chaos Space Marines. Double Markov's Inch with their aspiring champions. That's a massive amount of anti-infantry damage. Plague Champion now has the Fetid armor. 171 to 450. Red team with a massive VP lead. Was that a Manticore strike over there maybe? Seems to have taken a bunch of damage quite quickly. Devastators are setting up. I hear Banshees yelling as well somewhere. I think it's over by their natural power in the southeast. Pain Boy is going to be alright, I think. Weird Boy getting some good hits in from the back lines there. Ripper's scenting. Here comes a Carnifex. No upgrade for this fella yet. I thought maybe it was a Thornback and that's where the Rippers came from. They must have come from a capillary tower somewhere. Oh, over there, look. Tank Busters doing their thing. Getting this Carnifex pretty damn low. Is that double Tank Busters or are they just strangely split up? Yes, double Tank Busters. Down to one model each. I think they've got it. Stormtroopers with Melter Guns, anti-armor kit, finishing it off. Carnifex didn't do that much. Something wiped on retreat there. Shooter boys, I believe. Warrior Brood will be okay. They have their adrenal glands now. Gives them 65% more health. Look at that. Almost 2,300 hit points at level 3. They do get pretty damn tough. Some Nurgle worship. Bunch of dead Eldar. What happened? I don't think they lost anything completely, but lots of bodies went down and they got a full bash and a decap there. Some Eldar hanging out in the mid. And they got a decap on the VP. Warp Spiders with their Exarch there has those dual death spinners thanks to the aspect. Equips the Exarch with a dual death spinner. Almost 23 DPS just from that one fella. And 40 power melee on that guy. Wow. 171 to 341. It's like a teleporting Banshee, that fella now. With a good ranged weapon. Kicking off in the mid big time. Crippling poison. Looks like the Warp Vomit of the Weird Boy kind of missed though. Big Manticore strike into the Tyranids. Almost wiped all that stuff. Ouch. Devastators go down. Melter Gun finished them off. That was a really messy fight. Who came out on top though? Looks like the blue team did. Got a few wipes there. Yep. Seer Council on the way for Alek. The Liarbrain, the only player still in tier 2. Still locking this power down. Red team left reeling. That Carnifex loss and now some Space Marine stuff fell over. Dreadnought in a bad place. Tank Busters and Anti-Armor Stormtroopers is not going to survive. Down it goes. DoomTrooper down to 2 units now. Neurothrope on the way for Rogal Dorn. Seer Council hit the field. The squad of Warlocks with Witchblades, power melee, can leap into you. Also provide this range damage reduction aura that they themselves benefit from. Is this blue aura you see here. It's got some decent range on it as well, as you can see. It's like Synapse range, I think. 32-ish maybe. Where your army, says Rogal Dorn. Well, about that. The explosions happen. Warp Vomit again misses. Does have a bit of a wind-up animation on that. They dodge it, and then they go in. And then a warp throw. Sorry, a over dare, not a warp throw. From the Weird Boy. There's the over dare. Some good utility on that. Can help it to use it to save stuff or get stuff into a fight. Inferno Pistol is on the field for the Inquisitor. Judgment up on the Neurothrope there. Also has her Purgatus. Terminators suddenly from DoomTrooper. Tier 3 now for the Liarbrain. They have tons of red. Purgatus goes off. Red team can get their VP back. Can they... I'm going to say, can they mount a comeback? They do have a VP lead still, but their armies are kind of reeling. I mean, Alek's not doing too bad. He's got some Seer Council. Got a bunch of infantry. But Cold Penguin has Chaos Terminators now and is grabbing that southern VP. Banshees level 2. Trying to get some damage on the Chaos Terminators here. They didn't stay to finish the cap. I thought they'd stay to finish it for sure and just teleport out or something. Are they going to get Lightning Claws? We do not see the Assault Terminators from DoomTrooper. Red team get the natural VP back. Thanks to some scouts here. I guess the scouts were purchased to repair the Dreadnought, and the Dreadnought's gone. Manticore backing away. Tyranids going toe-to-toe with some guard. Lots of plasma guns though. There's a Synapse Backlash from the Warrior Brood falling over. Level 4 Warrior Brood. 2634 hit points now. What's Ricardo up to? What's he got? Still just the extended carapace. What are these guys doing? They don't seem to be attacking anything. They got stunned by Purgatus. So did Ricardo. Seemed to be just idle there for a second. Not sure what happened. Maybe the Weird Boy vomited them and I didn't see it. Chaos Terminators dropping models, are they? Nope, they're dropping a bunch of health but didn't drop a model. Howling Banshees on the VP. 171 to 176. VP's very close. Just a slight lead now for the red team. Might see some nukes. Rogal Dorn and the Liarbrain both have enough red to drop nukes. Uh-oh. Terminators down to 2 models being chased by sluggers. These sluggers do not have burners. Dropped another model. Gonna be saved by Tyranids maybe. Just piling in on the sluggers. Over there to try and finish off the Terminators maybe. Oh, they're not targeting them though. Oh, now they are. Maybe. Inquisitor levels up. There's a rocks thrown in by Liarbrain. Some decent hits in there. Not as juicy as they were hoping, I don't think. Oh, they got the weird boy. The Banshees coming in from the flank. And the Seer Council there too. That's scary. When you get Seer Council buffing Banshees, you can also add to it... Oh hey, the weird boy explosion did something. You can also add an Autark to it for an aura. And of course the avatar for their aura. And then you get a really scary, really mobile melee force for the Eldar. Manticore backing off. 129 to 176. 2 to 1 for red. They have mounted a comeback. And they've messed up Kereish and Liarbrain's armies in the meantime. What's this? Big champion. Getting their energy drained. That was the unholy stench for that suppression. These CSM need to be so careful. Seer Council was ready to leave. Here comes a tank. No mark on it yet, but hey, it's still a tank. Plague Champion flees. Level 5. He's done well, this fella. Done well with that sword. Can they grab the VP though? Chaos Terminators with no upgrade. He's got to be considering those Lightning Claws up against the Banshees and the Seer Council there. Rangers getting decimated by Marco Zine CSM. Level 3. Manticore. Some good hits on the Eldar. Ouch. Almost took out the Warp Spiders. Force Spawner getting stuck in. With the defend up. So tanky with that thing. So very tanky. Might go down though. Looks like he judged it okay. Here comes a battle wagon charging into the Tyranids, but he gets stuck on an object. Poor battle wagon. Got some units inside. In fact, there's 4 units inside of it. You do get extra speed and extra guns firing when there's units inside. It's a tank buster party apparently. No rocket launcher for the Kommando though. Still chasing. This Stranglethorn Cannon Carnifex, I think, is done for. Oh, maybe it's close enough to escape here. There's the barrage. It's not in the right place, though. Pain Boy is chasing down the Carnifex there. Now the battle wagon is caught in a weird place. Big zap gun shot. Still going after the Carnifex, I think. Here's a Venom Brood. Are they going after it? No, they're trying to back away now. That Warrior Brood does have heavy melee there, so they can't stick around forever. Got to keep moving, fellas. Maybe a stun bomb thrown in here. Lehman Rust now for Kereish with the execution up. 127 to 143. Doing some really good damage against that Tyranid blob. They seem to be just pathing through this giant statue here. VP's decapped. Well done, Stormtrooper fellas. Keeping the pressure on is the battle wagon, and looks like Ricardo the Hive Tyrant has a Venom Cannon in play. Another Lehman Rust now for Kereish. More Heretics for Cold Penguin. Fire Dragons up for Alek. Some late sluggers for Liarbrain to repair the battle wagon, I guess. So be careful. These Stern Guard are not using their Vengeance rounds here. They're using Hellfire. Are they shooting at the... No, they're not even shooting at the Kommando, I don't think. Maybe a little bit. I don't think they were targeted. I think they were just left there to shoot whatever they wanted. Should have been using their Vengeance rounds against the Battle Wagon. The Battle Wagon is still here. Not sure why it stayed here for so long. You lost the VP. Get out of it. Barely gets out. 68 hit points. Gonna take a while to repair now. There's a Rocks. Inquisitor dies to the Rocks. I don't think Kereish knew that the Inquisitor was back up there. Batwagon is still sitting there. Needs to move. Back down to the south. What's going on? It's blue. For Chaos. And we have Lightning Claw Chaos Terminators. I love the way this map looks with this kind of the remnants of this giant chaos ritual that went on and just fractured the land. Down goes the battle wagon. 2-1 for blue. Warrior Brew pretty low, but trying to get in there. Demon Rust will tear them apart. Hell Fury dropped in there too. Carnifex has healed up. That's just the wreckage of the battle wagon exploding. See a council in the back line trying to get the repairing guardsmen out of there. Heavy flame terminators. I assume they're going for some power fist action. The Liarbrain down to a single unit, just a pain boy. Just a level 4 pain boy. Now Kommando's on the way. Kommando Nob levels to 9. Wow, and has no war gear whatsoever. Actually very rare that you see a hero this late in the game in a 3v3 with no war gear. Whirlwind up for DoomTrooper. Alek's Warlock is down. Oh, they're on that southern VP. Lightning Claws now. They found some loyalist Terminators and they did not last long alongside those Bloodletters as well. Holy crap. Not to mention the Plague Champion in there. They're still going. Not ideal for going after a Carnifex with power melee, but they're giving it a go. They're trying to reinforce as well, but they've paid for it. There's nothing to reinforce off here. Manticore getting some decent hits. They're still going after that Carnifex. They're trying to whittle it down. I mean, it's power melee, but it's so much of it. Because that 70 is per model. So 140 power melee DPS from those guys there. Did they teleport out? What happened? They're over here. Oh, they're being chased by Banshees now. I think they should turn and fight them. Tank is quite low with the Mark of Khorne. Eldritch. Ouch. Really nicely done by Alek, actually. Really nicely placed. Did the Banshees live? The Banshees lived. The Terminators did not live. The Terminators whacked. The tank whacked as well. That's a good nuke. 88 to 53. Kommando squad with Love the Daka. Seer Council says hello though. Level 4 Seer Council. Over 3,800 hit points on these fellas. 1-to-1 cap now. What do we see on the VPs? This one is turning red thanks to the Banshees. They're the 2-to-1 there for red. Tyranids formation. Takes out the bunker. I assume that was a repair bunker, but I'm not sure. Now have a rocket launcher commando at level 10A. He's got a sneaky infiltration kit. It's Rogal Dorn to try and get a decap. While tanks shoot at him. Ricardo is manticored to death. Gonna fall down now. Did not get a decap either. That was a right in me crosshairs, I think. 67 to 53. Something blue is on southern VP. Oh, it's the Force Commander. Sorry, it's the Plague Champion. With his Bloodletter buddies, but Fire Prisms there is spoiling his fun. Are the Bloodletters level 4? Yeah, they are. They've been pretty awesome. Plague Champion level 7. Some friendly knockback from the Fire Prism, but they retain the VP. Meanwhile, blue team's natural is safe for now. Are they just going to glide through and try and go straight for this one? It's not that far from natural VP to natural VP. You can get on them quite quickly. Fire Dragon's on the way for Alek. Cold Penguin with some Havocs here. Going to stabilize late game, I guess. DoomTrooper with Plasma Cannon on the way. 37 to 53. What's this thing? Oh, it's a Nurgle Shrine over there. It's a new Chaos Predator. Ouch. I don't think that was even a rear armor hit. Whirlwind does have a Hunter-Killer missile. I assume it's used it already. Now being chased by double commandos, and the Nob leaders have those rocket launchers. Almost took it out. In the initial release, Kommando and Nob leaders had used choppers, which was quite strange. The leaders had a melee weapon, the rest of them had ranged weapons. They changed that. I think in Chaos Rising they changed that. to the rocket launchers, which is much better. Leman Russ versus Fire Dragons. Down to 14 VPs of the blue team. I think they should keep something on their natural. What is this? Oh, the Manticore's still there. I'm amazed they haven't been able to go after that Manticore more effectively. Got some Assault Terminators now for DoomTrooper. There they are. Down goes one Leman Russ. That was the Executioner. Now this Guardsman about to have a bad day. Remember when I said they don't like to be tied up in melee? Well, Assault Terminators certainly are some melee, aren't they? Heretics now for Cold Penguin. Got double Havocs. Did they get... Oh, Eldritch. No marks for these guys, though. Not sure if that was the best Eldritch ever. It messed up one of the Havocs. Didn't even hit the tank, I don't think. But maybe it bought them some time here. 14 to 11. Single cap for blue. It's very, very close. Bloodletter's doing what they can alongside their Plague Champion. Who's going to go and say hello to the Warlock, who in turn is tearing apart the Havocs here. There's the heal from the Mucus Discharge. Down goes the Warlock. 1-to-1 cap, 14 to 8. There is some blue stuff on the VP here. What is that? That's the Kommando knob. Hell Fury dropped in by Kereish. Meanwhile, the Force Commander be capping with Defend up, but down they go. Level 10 this fella now. Can the Plague Champion get it though? Because Assault Terminators are right there. Not to mention now some Eldar fellas. Not sure where the Seer Council are. They're back at base right now. Plague Champion tries to heal. Just trying desperately to cap. I don't think they're going to be able to though. Now down they go. Oh, the Heretics though finished the cap. That might be enough. 14 to 5. Might have been a heroic last cap there by those Heretics. With the punishment taken by the Plague Champion, and they do get it done. Well done at the end there, Cold Penguin. Let's look at these heroes. Was everyone level 10? Level 10 Commando knob. Did get some war gear at the end, so I'm happy. The Inquisitor, only level 4. I think she was down for quite a lot. Kereish did some good work though with the Inferno Pistol. The level 8 Plague Champion at the end did some great work. Ricardo, the Hive Tyrant, was level 5, down as well. Force Commander level 10 was down. Awesome. Support build was fun to see. And a level 3 Warlock, really level 3. I thought he killed a bunch of Chaos stuff, but I guess maybe not. I guess maybe it was the Banshees did a bunch of that. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.